Hi, welcome to Placid News TV. Prince EMMANUEL KANU, the younger brother of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, speaks on the invasion of their home by the Nigerian military, the deaths of their parents, Biafra agitation, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial. Relax, sit back, and watch this video. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share.
Welcome to another episode of Political Perspective. My name is Ifeanyi Okale. With me today is the younger brother to the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You're welcome. We would like you to tell us more about yourself.
Well, you've said it all. My name is Prince EMMANUEL KANU, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's youngest brother, leader of indigenous people of Biafra.
People have been wondering about what happened to your family for some years back now, about how the military and others invaded your house. A few days ago, your family also remembered what happened at Perth. I would like you to tell us actually how you feel and how your family feel about the invasion a few years ago.
Well, the invasion has remained a very sad memory from 2017 up until death. But if you can recall, 30th of August 2017, there was a meeting between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leader of indigenous people of Biafra, with the Southeast governors that took place in any state. Soon after he made his demands, he was assured that his demands would be taken to the president up in Abuja. But funny enough, 2 weeks after which, the house was invaded, codenamed Operation Python Dance, that took over 28 lives and subsequently led to the death of my parents. Even where we are, I lost about 5 persons here as well. So, ever since then, things have not been the same. Operation Python Dance affected the entire community. I remember vividly well the little girl that lives opposite my parents' house. Each time she sees police or siren blastering, you see the girl screaming, "Oh, mommy, they're coming again to kill us." So these are the memories we have. Of course, my parents died as a result of Operation Python Dance. And personally myself, I was also affected. You know, I'm still living without tram up until tomorrow. I know it's going to take the grace of God for it to leave me, so to speak. But Operation Python Dance is something we'll never forget. It was planned by the security agent of Nigeria. What was more sad was that a lot of our people knew that Operation Python Dance was going to take place in this place. We weren't informed, including the governor there, the Zipas. They knew. Their whole target was to get Nnamdi Kanu to kill.
How do you know?
Of course, it's in the public domain. It's everywhere. It's in the public domain. There was a wider conspiracy to destroy my family. Every single person in that family. The instruction was let them go down. But of course, the thought of man is not the thought of God. As God would have it, we were able to escape it. But we're not in a hurry to forget that.
So on 14th February was the Remembrance Day of your late friends. You have a lot of people that came to visit while your elder brother is still on detention. So how can you put those things together?
Well, 14th of every year has become a ritual for the indigenous people of Biafra, but particularly for my own family. Because that was the very day we lowered our parents. And ever since then, every 14th of every year, February, we will honor them. It's painful that my brother is not here. But then what can we do? I'm here to make sure that the family is fully represented. It wasn't easy, going back to their grave side, to pour libations, trying to remember what I would say should have been in the past. It was a very difficult one. As you may know, people came from all over Biafra land to honor that very occasion. And it's a ritual that we must keep doing until the end of time. They lost their lives for what they believe in. I keep saying it time and again. Their death wasn't natural. If not for the trauma, my parents would have still been alive today. But then they are gone, But we'll keep honoring them.
Yes, let's go back to your elder brother and also his detention for some years right now. People have been agitated in different ways about his release. Last week, he came to the Federal High Court, Abuja, and a lot of drama happened that day. While most people are saying that he was teaching most people how the law is, some other people said he was making a hell of noise during that day. We would like, because we saw you, that they would like you to tell us what all the drama is all about.
Well, they might call it a drama, so to speak. Of course, you and I know it. He has his critics out there. So no matter what he does, they will always talk ill of him. But let me set this narrative right. Binta Inyako recused herself from my brother's case. And soon after that thing took place, we were able to get the CTC, certified true copy of that judgment, against the woman. Now, we were surprised. We were asked to come to the court all of a sudden on the 10th. We had a meeting. We said, why won't you go to the court? Perhaps there's a change of plan. Upon arriving in court, lo and behold, Binta Inyako was in court. We were like, what's going on? You've recused yourself. What do you have to do with this case? Is there any interest? So we're trying to put one on one together. So after a long while, she, of course, introduced the case. A woman of the prosecutor took over and blah, blah, blah. Hello, Ejimako, the lead counsel of my brother, stood up and said, my lord, why are we in this court? What exactly are we doing here? Of course, you've recused yourself, so what are you doing? The woman said, no. What happened was that the case file was returned to chief judge, and through a memo it was reassigned to her. It's not done anywhere. The only thing that can set aside the order of the court is the appeal court. Do you understand? So, of course, Mazen Nandakan, he's well versatile with the law. He took it up from there and was teaching them what the law says. It's as simple as that. He narrated the law both to the judge and to the prosecution team. So at the point, of course, he had to raise his voice, making sure that whatever he says, gets to them. That was all that happened in the court. It wasn't a drama per se, but he said, look, you have recused yourself and you stand to be recused. So what interest do you have over this case? This is the question everyone was asking. What is your interest over this case? The whole thing has gone to rubbish the entire judicial system of Nigeria. It has become something of mockery today. So the argument is simple. As long as you remain recused, there is no way you can come back to that same case. So we saw it as a grand conspiracy through the chief judge, which is John Soho. Let me remind you something. 2016, in Federal High Court Abuja, when Soho was heading my brother's case, so to speak, my brother accused him of bias. He recused himself. He made no attempt to come back to that matter. So how come this one is completely strange and different from other cases we've ever seen? Why are you insisting that Binta Inyako must, handle this case? What is the interest? Make no mistake, from the findings we've made, he was in Lagos when my brother was renditioned from Kenya to Nigeria. It was Malamide and the Attorney General of the Federation that asked him to come over to Abuja to take care of this case. Do you understand? Then automatically the case was assigned to Binta Inyako. So you can see, coming from Malami to John Soho and now to Binta Inyako, you can see that conspiracy to know these people. So the whole idea is to have Martin Nnamdi Kanu put to jail. Then after we can now ask for presidential pardon. But it's impossible. He has committed no crime up until today. We even went as far as asking for going for prima facie. They were unable to produce evidence before the court. All they wanted was to bring all the security agents, come and testify, whatever you say stands. But with the person number, it's not going to work. Things must be done and must be seen to be done right. That is where we are today.
Ask you. Last time in a media chat with the governor of Abia State, there's a question that was thrown to him about how far has he gone to make sure Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is out from detention. His answer is he is doing a background work to make sure he will be back. So let me go back to you and what's the relationship with the family and the governor of Abia State? How far has he tried to make sure that your brother is out? Secondly is, the Southeast governors, what have they done to make sure or to hear from your brother or to make sure that your brother is out from detention?
Well, it's a very good question to ask. From what I know, from 2017 up until today, I'm not sure they have done enough. Or should I say they have done absolutely nothing to secure the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The big question is this. Since 2021 up until today, the Southeast Governors Forum as a body is yet to meet with Mr. President. Why is it taking longer than necessary? The case of Igboho was something completely different. You saw the Yoruba elite, all the politicians, all of them went to Benin Republic to make sure they secure the release of Sunday Igboho. How come in the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the governors are completely silent? Like I've said, they are complicit in what is happening. Either they are beneficiaries of insecurity, because if they want peace in Alibo, by now they would have done something. I repeat, why have they not been to see Mr. President up until today? What are they afraid of? I've listened to some of the things they are saying, because some of them said they're elected leaders, so to speak. Nnamdi Kanu is elected. So when it comes out, what's going to happen? They are more concerned with his post-release more than anything. They are not even worried about Alibo to be secured. But like I've said, Nnamdi Kanu meant well for everybody. He is not part of the problem, he's part of the solution. I keep saying this over and over again. So why have they not, up until now, met with Mr. President? A few months ago, I saw them on the media saying, oh, very soon we're going to secure Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's release. We're going to meet with Mr. President. What is keeping them up until this point?
Don't you think they're doing that in the background?
No, nothing has been done. Let them go and see Mr. President and demand for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You see what will happen. President is not a fool. If Nnamdi Kanu is your son, come and see me so we can sit down and find a way out. I've said this before. Bullets and guns will not solve the problem. The only thing that will solve this problem is having meaningful conversation, a round table. On a round table, a meaningful conversation on a round table, eyeball to eyeball. That's the only thing that will bring peace. Not the court, not guns and bullets, not all the bickerings here and there. No. The only thing that will solve this problem is to sit down on a round table and then begin to look at the issues that are germane Mazen Nnamdi Kanu raised. Until that is done, I don't see us going anywhere.
What are the issues?
They are simple. He said they should revive all the moribund industries. He talked about good health system. He talked about dredging the River Niger. He talked about allowing Enugu to function as a full international airport. He talked about Akwa Ibom Seaport and the airport. He talked about the Iguacha, which is present day Port Harcourt, seaport and that of international airport. He talked about Samambakwe Airport, to be allowed to function as a full cargo international airport. These are his demands. There was no Biafra mentioned in it. Now, let me put this to you. The only functional seaport today, so to speak, is in Lagos. Now, I'm an Igbo man. I'm in the southeast of Nigeria. Now, perhaps I have a goods to clear in Lagos. I have to pay transport from here to go to Lagos to go and clear the goods. On my way coming, I have to settle all the security agents on the road until I get to Alibo. What would that cost? Causing inflation. Whereas from here to Port Harcourt will take me like less than an hour to go and bring my goods. Whereas from Lagos takes almost 12 hours. Taking all the risks while coming back. So they know this is economic strangulation. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing to suppress Ndibo as it is. Now, even while he was talking about seaport, to allow them to function to its capacity, what did they do? They went to the north and put dry seaport in the north. Have you forgotten that happened in Nigeria? Is it of any help to anybody? The answer is no. So they know the right thing to do. Nnamdi Kanu is not asking for much. He's not asking for much. He wants the good of our people. It's as simple as that.
Okay, down to Southeast. Insecurity in Southeast. Most people have been saying the detention of your elder brother, releasing him will make Southeast to be secured, for people to know who and who has been committing offense. On the media, most of the parades from the army and the police shows that most of those crimes were IPOBs and ESN. So what's your take on that? Are they your members?
Well, the bitter truth is this. The government of the day is doing whatever they can possible to criminalize IPOB movement. You and I know that ESN was designed to man our boundaries and our forest against the invading terrorist. You hardly see ESN on the road. So IPOB per se has become a huge merchandise for a lot of people. So you can go anywhere as a criminal, create your own camp, start kidnapping people. And before you know it, they said it's IPOB. So whatever happens in Alibo is IPOB. Even if you slap your wife now, you are an IPOB member. So that's the way it is. That is the narrative in Alibo. But we know the truth. Now, the only way, the fastest means in which you can stop all this evil going around Alibo is to have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release. They will be able to identify those criminals where they are. Because as long as he's in detention, make no mistake, people will keep stealing, they will keep maiming and killing, and organ harvesting as well. You know what? People come from all over Nigeria, even outside Nigeria, down to Southeast to kill and to do organ harvesting. But at the end of the day, they tag IPOB. Now look at the businessman in Anambra State that was caught by the so-called security agent. They told the man if he refuses to settle them, that they will tag him an IPOB member. So this is how bad it is in Alibo. So they are doing whatever they can to suppress IPOB. But it's impossible. It is extremely impossible because we understand the vision of IPOB. Of course, we're not criminals and we cannot be. Like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has always said. He said, I don't give life, I cannot take life. It's as simple as that. So if they are not benefiting from insecurity, I repeat, by the power that be, particularly the Southeast governors, if they are not benefiting from insecurity, believe you me, they would have done something differently. Abacha once said, I'm sorry to quote this, that if insecurity lasts more than 24 hours, the government is involved in it. So somebody somewhere is fighting hard to make sure they will rubbish the name of IPOB. That's what they're doing. They see IPOB as their biggest threat. You know, Chidera is the end. So it doesn't matter your level of effort to rubbish IPOB will not work. So what is happening today in Alibo, as long as you're a man, as long as you remain a criminal, a kidnapper, all you need to do is to go somewhere in the bush, open your own camp with Biafran flag, and then, you become an IPOB member. So whatever happens is IPOB. Even the security agents themselves, they are busy creating fake camps, tagging it IPOB camps, just to make sure they keep IPOB down. That is exactly what is happening.
All right, recently the Deputy Speaker of the House of Rep, Right Honorable Benjamin Carlo, during the meeting of this new creation of Southeast Development commission, after their meeting, he made a pronouncement and also begged the president of Nigeria for him to please release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu so that there will be peace in Southeast. What's your reaction on that?
You know, should I say that different people with different approach, so to speak. In as much as we all have one direction, the way you present this case is what matters so much. He's the Speaker of the House. He's part of the government. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And of course, I commend him for that. You know, I also commend other people who are working genuinely hard to make sure Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is freed. But more importantly, the more we keep begging Mr. President, it looks as if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has committed crime. You understand? But like I've said, we are all different people. How we choose our words is entirely up to us. But then I would prefer them making a very firm demand. Firm demand. They need to come together as a people, as a body, as a political elite, so to speak. Come together and make a strong case for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If you look at what is happening, you see, individuals are calling for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is where I have problem. Why don't they come together as a people, people from the Southeast, and demand for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? I think that would go a long way. But like I said, I have my respect for him. He's doing a whole lot of job, and I commend him for that. And for other people as well, I commend him.
So what do you have to say about, like you've mentioned it here, that most people, some armed robbers and other people who use that name, IPOB or ESN, to commit crime. What's the message to them?
It is no longer business as usual, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has adopted a new approach on how to deal with all these people. He has made it clear repeatedly, if you are in the bush killing, maiming, or perhaps involved in organ harvesting, you had better stop now, because tomorrow might be too late for you. He has set mechanism in place that will checkmate all these people. As I speak to you now, it's ongoing. And he's not relenting about it. He's not happy. He said, I have come that my people might have a better life and not to destroy them. So, most of them caught today, some of them come from Benue State, some from the north and all of that. Not particularly from Alib. You know, what they are doing is that, let us do whatever we can to rubbish Alib, to make sure this place is ungovernable. That's what a lot of people are doing in Alib today. I remember the few of them that were caught the other day. They couldn't speak Igbo language. They are complete strangers.
You call that
They don't have members, they have insignia and all of it. So when you see them, you will assume they are group members. By the time you engage them, you discover, oh, God, who are they?
or to reduce.
So a lot is happening. And the only person that can stop this evil is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I assure you, if he gets released today, within 24 hours, everyone will be silent. It will no longer be business as usual.
You're going to see your
for the
duplicate,
criminals.
then you
And they won't have any
again.
hiding place either.